nice to see you tonight. I recently became aware of something that I just assumed it was a certain way, but then I found out that I was wrong. In a video that I made recently of sort of a role play of a lunchroom gossip, like a gossipy person in the lunchroom, I showed this person opening up a packet of flavored powder and putting it in her bottle of water. And a couple of people asked me what it was. And I actually thought that it was something that everybody had access to. I thought they sold them in other places. And it's a flavored drink mix. And they come in all different flavors. And so what I have to show you today is I have 6 of them that I'm going to add to these 6 bottles of water. And here, these are just plain bottles of water. They are 20-ounce bottles of water, and they're all the same. This is just plain old Sam's Choice drinking water. Let's see, they come in these plastic bottles like this. And I have 6 flavors that I'm going to show you, but of course there are many more than 6 flavors. Some of them have, I don't know, it's maybe vitamin B supplements or other energy boosting substances, possibly caffeine or something like that. And some of them are sugar free and some of them are not. The ones I'm going to show you are sugar free. And I got these at Walmart, so I'm going to show these to you. The first one that I have is this. This is Hawaiian Punch. It's just sugar free. And they're called Hawaiian Punch singles to go. This is the Berry Limeade Blast. You can see up at the top it will show you a color. And usually when you mix it in the water, the resulting drink will be about this color, but not always. So you get 8 packets of drink mix in each box. So this is an unopened box. I have not used this yet. So I'm going to put this here. The next one. This is also Hawaiian Punch singles to go, and this is the Berry Blue Typhoon flavor. The packets are very small, and you're supposed to be able to tear them. Up at the top there's a perforated section that you should be able to tear apart, but sometimes they don't tear and you have to use scissors to get them open. So this one is blue, as you can see up here at the top. So this one will be blue. This one is another Hawaiian Punch singles to go. This one, I looked through all the ones boxes one at a time. And we will add them to the bottles of water here so you can see what they look like after you add them to the water. We'll start with the sweet tea. My kids actually don't like these, so and I bought a really big box of these thinking they would be good, but they're actually not my favorite. But they're okay. See, you just tear it like that. And it opens. See, I opened the packet right there. You can see down inside. So I'm going to take a bottle of water. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to move these aside. Just for now, I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to move the bottle forward so you can see what I'm doing. So you're going to hold the bottle with one hand, just hold it steady. And sometimes if you kind of tap the packet a little bit. There we go. And, whoops, I dropped the cap. Okay, so I'm going to put the cap on there. And then you just shake it like this. So you see it's quite dark. And I do find that the sweet tea powder takes a little while to dissolve into the water. And sometimes you get little clumps of it that gather up on the bottom down here. Like if you shake it a little bit and then you just set it aside and just leave it for a little bit, when you come back you will find that you have some down here that just sort of settles. So you might need to shake it a few more times just to help mix it up. If you have any that sticks to the bottom on the inside of your bottle, I find that if you do like this, it kind of helps get it off the bottom, and then you can agitate it a bit more to break up the clumps. So this is the sweet tea flavored water. Set that right there. Alright, another bottle of water. I will do this one, the Jolly Rancher Cherry, which is my favorite. These boxes, I'll show you, have a little place here where you can open up the little notch. And you can tuck in the tab and close the box if you want. So you can keep them, you can close the top of the box and keep them together. That way they don't fall out if the box gets turned over. So that is a nice little feature that you can reseal the box. Alright. So we have our packet. I'm going to attempt, see, it says up here at the very top, it says tear here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it did. Wonderful. Once this is what this packet looks like. You'll notice that this one is primarily white, but it has all the pertinent information. It has the manufacturer's name and the flavor, Berry Blue Typhoon, and singles to go. And again, it has tear here, right up here, so you know where to tear it. So we've got our bottle of water. I'm going to open the packet. These are all opening very well. I normally have more trouble. So it opens up like that. Alright, so I'm going to open the bottle of water. Secure it, hold it with one hand, and pour in the powder. See, the powder looks white. I don't know if you saw that, but right before I poured it in, it looked white. But as soon as it hits the water, it turns blue. Make sure the lid is on nice and tight before I shake it up. This one doesn't dissolve as quickly, but it does dissolve relatively easily. Almost looks like windshield washer fluid, but it definitely tastes different. Not that I know what windshield washer fluid tastes like, but I imagine it doesn't taste this good. It smells better too. So here it is. It's almost the same color as the label. Not quite as dark of a blue, but fairly close. So it's a lovely color, and I do like this one. It's pretty good. Now for the next one. This is the Greenberry Rush, and this one's not too bad either. Here's the box. And of course, again, we have the top that we can close if we open it properly and don't mess it up. So I'm going to open the box. And there we have it. And again, there's the packet. And there are, of course, 7 more in here. And close it back. Close it up nice and securely. Now I imagine that this one, if the green one is any indication, with this package being primarily white, I'd be willing to bet that the powder itself is kind of white, but when you add it to the water, it will turn green. So let's see. Open the bottle of water. Actually, let me open this first. Again, it says tear here. Yep. I don't think you can actually see it, but the powder is white down in there, but it's difficult to see. Maybe you can see it as I pour it into the water. Possibly. But once it hits the water, it turns green. Pretty neat. And see, it's not a super dark green, but then I haven't shaken it up yet, so most of it is down here or clinging to the sides. So now I'm going to shake it. I have a big clump. I just saw it. I haven't bought these in a little while. I don't really have a reason. For some reason, I haven't bought these lately. Not this particular flavor. So see, it's very pale green. And I will say, for this taste. My kids like this one a lot. But again, like I said, to me it just tastes like watery tang, and I just don't really care for it. Okay, so I'm going to open the package. Opens very easily, like that. There are the packets down inside. I'm going to remove one packet. Oh, now see this one. This one is different. It has blue and orange instead of white, and then the color of the drink mix. So it's possible that this powder will come out orange and stay orange. Once again, we can seal it up at the top. Just like that. See, you can tuck in the flap right there. Alright. So we'll get our bottle of water and our drink packet. And again, this is tear here, so I'm going to do that. I don't think I've ever been able to successfully open 5 of these at a time, in a row, without scissors. I'm really impressed. Okay, so let's see what color it is when we pour it. Well, it's kind of hard to tell. It's a I don't want to pour it in my hand, but it's a light orange color, so it's not really white, but it's not a dark orange either. So it's it has an orange tinge to it. Wow, I can really smell that one. The smell on that one is definitely stronger than the other 4. I'll seal it up nice and tight, and you see we get the clump down here. That's how you want to shake it. Gosh, it smells like tang. I bet that's basically what it is. It's just sugar-free tang. So there we go. That's better. See, it's pretty dark orange. It's kind of the color of Garfield orange. And what I'll do, I'll stick these in the refrigerator, and my kids will have them all gone. They'll all be gone probably by tomorrow even. box setup with these different lanes, and it has like little walls that come up on the sides of the boxes, like this. And then there's a plastic piece behind, like you fit them in, and then there's a spring back here behind that flat plastic piece, so you can put them in. And then there's a like a plastic stopper, like the little stopper on the wall right here, so it holds them nice and secure right where you want them, so they don't wobble and fall over, and they don't knock over other boxes and stuff. So it's pretty smart. When they first started carrying these, they didn't have them in there like that, and every time I'd go to get some, they were all knocked over and just all over the place and mixed up, and it was hard to find the flavors that I wanted. Okay. Oh wait. I'll do that second. So here's our packet of the berry limeade blast. And it's really just like pink lemonade, basically. It says tier here at the very top. Oh my gosh, I did 6 in a row. I am so proud of myself. Oh, they usually are not this cooperative, so I'm very happy that they're being good tonight. Now, I bet this powder will come out white. Oh, I'm wrong. It's actually like a reddish color. Gosh, it's not even pink. It's almost as red as my Jolly Rancher cherry flavor. Make sure the lid is good and tight. Now, see how it collects down here at the bottom. So you shake it. You can shake down here to get any of it. If you leave these like sitting on the counter for more than a minute or two, sometimes the powder will collect down here and kind of stick to the bottom of the bottle inside. But if you shake it like this, you can knock it off usually with the liquid. Oh gosh. Whoops. Now see, this is what happens when you don't screw the lid on tight. It's okay. One thing I can tell you from experience, this stuff washes out very easily. So just disregard that. So it's totally fine. It washes right out. It doesn't stain. Well, it hasn't stained